Hey my foodie family, welcome to At Home with Chef Jolie. And you know what, if you true to this and you ain't new to this, welcome back. It's the holiday season. It's been a minute, it's been a couple of months since I've seen you all, and I'm here to give you some amazing, delicious recipes for your holiday table. We're going to do a seafood dressing. We're mixing it up for the holidays this year. And then we're gonna pair it with a apple and cranberry mule. So without any further ado, let's go to the kitchen and let's shake this cocktail and make this dressing. Let's go.
Tell me now, are you hungry? Looking for something for your tummy? Well, look no further. This chef is got you covered. Cooking at home with Chef Jolie.
Okay, y'all, let's get right into this cocktail. So, you know, one of the things I say, if you got people coming over to your house for the holidays, give them a cocktail first, because if your food don't taste good, they won't know, they'll be tipsy. All right, let's do it. I have in here, I have 2 ounces of vodka, I got half an ounce of this apple schnapps, 1.5 ounces of the cranberry juice, and then I have 2 ounces of apple cider, sparkling apple cider, okay? You're gonna put it in your shaker, and then you're gonna stir it. We're not gonna shake it, we're just gonna stir it. And we're gonna finish it off with a little bit of fresh orange juice, because you know, oranges and cranberries, what says holiday season better than oranges and cranberries? I can't think of anything else. So stir that up. I have my Mule cup right here, and I have some fresh rosemary that I'm gonna put in there just for a garnish. You're gonna take you some ice, and you're gonna fill this shaker up with ice. So good, y'all. And I got on my comfy clothes today. I don't know about you, but when I'm cooking for Thanksgiving, I got on my, I call it a Mrs. Roper. Some of y'all may call it a moo-moo, but I'm comfortable when I'm in the kitchen cooking, okay? So get comfortable. We're gonna pour over the ice, and just like any traditional mule, we're gonna top it off with some ginger beer. Just like that. Here we go. And I have some fresh cranberries that we're just gonna put it on top, because you know we like the razzle dazzle, okay? And these are very, very tart. I know someone that just kind of like bit one because they never had one before. And yeah, let me tell you, they start off sweet like a Sour Patch Kid, but then they end up real sour. So it's pretty. Now it's a quality control portion of the show. Let me taste it. Oh yeah, that's real refreshing. It is easy to drink with food, okay? Think of cocktails that taste good and are easy to drink with your meal for Thanksgiving. So this is gonna go real good with my seafood dressing. So cheers to you, apple and cranberry mule. Let's go make this dressing, come on. Okay, y'all, seafood dressing. I know it's a bit away from tradition, so if your family is adventurous and they like good food, then try this out for Thanksgiving. If they not, Friendsgiving, you know, maybe do it for Friendsgiving. All right, let's get into it. So I have 12 cups of French bread that I cubed and we toasted. You can season them if you want to, but if you do, just remember to kind of alter your salt that goes into the recipe. So that's a tip for you. So cubed it, and then I toasted it, and I added just a little bit of chicken stock to get it moist. You see it's a little bit moist, right? Okay, so then I'm gonna take, I sauteed some red bell pepper, green bell pepper, and some yellow onion and butter, and I put a little bit of a dabadooya on it, you know, as I was seasoning it to layer those flavors. And you mix your peppers and your onions in just like that. And from there, we are going to take our seasonings. So I have some Old Bay that I'm going in with. Then I'm gonna go in with just a pinch of kosher salt, just a pinch. And just remember, if you have seasoned bread, toasted bread or seasoned croutons, then you wanna kind of watch your salt content, okay? Then I'm gonna go in with a little bit of cayenne pepper to give it a little bit of a kick. And finally, you already know, it's down in the description so you can get some so your food can taste real good too, okay? A little bit of a dabadooya, like that. And then mix it. Every time you add your ingredients, you mix it so everything is evenly distributed and every bite has the same flavor, okay? So mix it all in. Now, I am going to add this, just 1 stick of unsalted butter that's melted. I'm gonna add that all in, just like that. And I'm gonna toss it. So all the butter is coated onto our breadcrumbs. There we go. See how that looks? It smells good already. I wish y'all could smell it. All right, now chicken stock. So add in our chicken stock. And just remember, it's all about the flavors. So if you have chicken stock that has a lot of salt in it, then you just want to you know, monitor the additional seasonings that you're putting into it. And so, y'all, this will be a good place for you to taste, to see what it's doing. Before you add the eggs that I have here and before you add the raw shrimp, don't taste it after you add eggs and raw shrimp, okay? Don't do that. All right, so that's all mixed in. Now, I am going to go ahead and toss in my shrimp, and these were 16-20 shrimp. They're kind of big shrimp. I just chopped them down. To me, that works better, okay? Again, we're mixing everything in like that. Now, I am going to go ahead and add in, this 4 eggs, okay? And I just lightly beat the eggs ahead of time. Eggs are going in. And then again, we are just mixing. Super simple. If you don't have French bread, I suspect that you can use, you know, whatever kind of bread you have left over in your pantry or in your bread box. Do people still have bread boxes? I grew up with a bread box sitting on my counter, you know, with a little roll top. I don't know, but if you got bread left over, the point is that you can most likely use that bread as well, but I use the French bread. Okay, I think that's mixed in pretty good. Now look at this crab. Look at it. Y'all know crab is really expensive right now. This is jumbo lump crab, but you can get different, I wanna say cuts, that's probably not the right word, but you know they have the crab from the fin and what have you that's a little less expensive than jumbo lump crab. It will give you the same effect. So I just so happen to borrow this from my catering company, so it worked out. So you're gonna mix the crab in there. That's a pound of crab. That's all mixed in. And this is it. This is the seafood dressing. Just breadcrumbs, peppers, onions, some butter, seasonings, some eggs, and then your seafood. And somebody asked me once before, can you put crawfish and all that in there? Probably. I would be careful if you decided to substitute crawfish tails because they're so small. And this has to bake in an oven, 350 degrees, okay? And then you're gonna spray your casserole dish, of course. Then you're gonna cover it. So about 30 to 40 minutes or so covered, and then you're going to uncover it to let it get brown and get a little bit of, you know, toastiness on top. And that's it. So that's what we're about to do. We're gonna put this into our casserole dish. Mouth is watering already as usual, and we're gonna bake it. I'm gonna bring it back out. We're gonna taste it. I think that this tastes good. You're gonna think I'm weird, but I like to eat it with a little bit of cocktail sauce and tartar sauce on the side because it kind of gives you that feeling of like a stuffed crab. You know, you get those stuffed crabs with the seafood and stuff. It has that vibe. So let's go ahead and do it. And while I'm waiting for it to come out the oven, I am going to just be sipping on my cranberry and apple mule. And when we come back, you'll see what it looks like when it comes together. All right, we'll be right back. Okay, y'all, it's out of the oven and look at it. You see those bell peppers, the red and the green, just a little bit of color, a little bit of the crab. And what I did too, I didn't show you this, but I took a couple of scoops of the breadcrumbs before I mixed it in, and I just kind of placed it on top just to give it some dimension, okay? And a little bit of extra crunch on the top. So before I start drooling on it, let me just go ahead and scoop me out some, and then we're gonna taste it. It's so hot. Oh, look at the steam. And I don't eat this with, like I said, gravy or anything like that. But if you want to each his own. But I love me a little bit of good tartar sauce and a little bit of good cocktail sauce. Let's taste. Oh, hot. Y'all, this is what you need. This is what you need for Thanksgiving, for Christmas. If you're tired of the same old, this is gonna shake it up right here. My seafood dressing. The recipe and all the measurements are down in the description. Pair it with my cranberry and apple mule, and it'll be a festive good time. All right, thank y'all for hanging out with me at home with Chef Jolie. And remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video, share the recipes. And I'll see you next time with more delicious recipes.
Tell me now, are you hungry?